We get asked all the time, all of a sudden someone's got some cash flow. This might be in their 40s and one of them's returning back to work. It might be some promotions. It might be, but all of a sudden there's extra cash flow and they go, all right, should we pay off the mortgage or should we do something else? What's best? Now, firstly, there's no best. All of this stuff is about the future. No one has a crystal ball. But I often use a context called, or a framework called good, better, best here. Paying off the mortgage is always good, but it's often not the better option or the best option. Sometimes it is, but not always. So it's always good. So it's never a bad thing to do. But often we can, people think that this is one or the other. Should I pay off a mortgage or should I invest? But it can actually do both in some ways. We run a common strategy for most people called debt recycling, where we attempt to do two things at once. One is pay off the mortgage. So let's say someone has an extra $2,000 a month that they've now got available to them. They pay that off the mortgage, and then in a separate loan, they borrow it back. And they can use that to build up a portfolio through dollar cost averaging. But you can also do this with lump sums. And I'll give you an example. There's a massive inheritance wave started in Australia. It's going to be $5 to $7 trillion that's coming down the line. So a lot of people are going to end up with small, medium, large amounts of money in their hands. They're going to ask this exact question: do I pay it off the mortgage or do I invest it? And let me give you an example. So we had one recently. Mortgage of $800,000, inherit $800,000. And I've adjusted the maths there just to make it simple. And they come in and they said, we want to invest this. And I said, that's good, but let's pay off the mortgage first, then we'll borrow it back and then we'll invest. Now, why would we do that? Quite simply, it's around tax. Mortgage interest is not tax deductible. So let's call it 6% just on average. So an $800,000 mortgage, $48,000 of interest, not tax deductible. By paying it back and then borrowing it back to invest, we've still got the same investment, we've still got the same loan, but we've now got $48,000 worth of tax deductions that we wouldn't otherwise have had. For a top income earner, 48% roughly in tax, that's going to be $22,000 of tax refund. So the answer is always it depends, as we said, in context, part of a plan. But lots of things you can do here, but get good advice, because even though paying off the mortgage will always be good, there may be better and there may be something else that is best.